Hey gang, what's going on? James here, and welcome back to One Fan's Thoughts and Theories. This is where I give you my thoughts and theories to some of my favorite movies and movies that are getting ready to come out. And as always, if you feel that I may have missed something or you got your own take on it, please leave a comment below. So today's video isn't really a thoughts and theories video, as it is kind of a mini review. With Thanksgiving getting ready to come up, I thought I'd talk about, hands down, one of the greatest Thanksgiving movies of all time, and that is John Hughes' Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is about Neil Page, played by Steve Martin, who is trying to get home before Thanksgiving, and along the way he is accompanied by Del Griffith, played brilliantly by John Candy. And right from the get-go, everything goes wrong. The plane gets delayed, the plane has to divert, the airport ends up closing, they have to hitchhike, they have to ride on a train, a bus, rent a car. Everything that you can imagine that would go wrong does go wrong in this movie. This movie is timeless. This movie will last forever because it is so funny, it is so heartwarming, it is hands down one of the greatest comedies of all time. And I think it's an important movie too because it's not just a movie about Thanksgiving, but it truly is a Thanksgiving movie. Because it is a movie that teaches you to be thankful. It teaches you to be thankful because help doesn't always come in the form that we want it to come in. Sometimes the form that help comes in is unrecognizable. And at first we are kind of standoffish, but we soon grow to accept it. And once we accept it, we become thankful for it. And that of course plays the contrast between Steve Martin and John Candy in this movie. You know, on the one side you have Steve Martin's character who is very uptight, very strict, he has to follow a strict schedule, and then on the other side you have John Candy who just kind of goes with the flow, doesn't know when to stop talking, doesn't take hints, who is a mess, poor money management, but in the end they both kind of learn from each other. John Candy learns that, you know, you do have to follow some rules. You can't go through life just on a whim. And then Steve Martin learns that he can't be uptight all the time. He can't be this workaholic. He has to let loose at times. And I think in the end, Steve Martin is more thankful for having met John Candy because John Candy teaches him, like, hey, this can happen if you do not change your ways. And the movie itself is just hilarious. It's one of those movies that every time you watch it, you are going to laugh out loud at every single funny part. The part when they're in the hotel room and they're cuddling and John Candy is holding Steve Martin's hand and he goes, "Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand?" "Between two pillows." "Those aren't pillows!" That is hilarious. The part where Steve Martin is talking to the girl who rents out the cars and the conversation they have back and forth. And that girl's reaction is all improv, too. She made all that up. And then, of course, it just ends beautifully with them walking down the street, carrying their luggage to Steve Martin's house. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is such a great movie. I kind of hope they don't remake it because it is such a classic. But at the same time, there are so many good comedic actors out there, so many versatile comedic actors, that I think some people would do a lot of good in those roles. I think this would be a great movie for like Seth Rogen or James Franco, just to name a couple. So there you go, guys. There's my thoughts and theories, sort of. To Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, one of the greatest comedies of all time, and hands down the greatest movie about Thanksgiving of all time. If you feel that I may have missed something, or you got your own take on the movie, please leave a comment below. And who do you think would be good in a remake of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? I'm interested to hear your guys' opinions. Just leave a comment below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at James Walker Show, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, I forgot the hat. Brittany got me this hat for this video. It says "Talk Turkey" to me.